Take accountability. That declaration from the Education Minister, Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon, this evening to adults whose violent behavior, she says, has influenced some of the security issues playing out in schools. Krista Campbell has that story.
Crime and violence remains a major issue nationally, but as major crime figures trend downwards, particularly murder, the Education Minister feels the persistent issue of school violence can also decline. Director of the Education Ministry's Safety and Security Unit, Richard Troop, pointed to a 2023 survey on the perception of school safety and security from 9,760 students at 331 schools in communities where zones of special operations have been established.
Because the report revealed that 55% of our nation's children identify school as the safest place for them to be. Not their homes, not their communities, but school. Yet when we see the videos that often goes viral, it undermines the gains that we would have been making, the hard work that we would have been putting in, not just as a ministry, but at the local level, the school level.
Because if schools become even more unsafe, where do our children have to go? Where can they rely on? They've already said in that survey that they don't feel safe at home. They don't feel safe in their communities. They don't feel safe on the road.
However, Dr. Dana Morris-Dixon laments that as crime declines, domestic and school violence seem to be climbing. So for the remaining 45% of surveyed students who do not feel safe at school,
they felt unsafe because their peers made them feel unsafe. Not principal, not teachers, not the general community, but the peers among the school that they belong. So the data would have showed that at all boys school, reports of bullying were the highest, 45.2%. That was followed by co-educational schools, 40.2%, all girls schools, 27.8%.
Our children see a lot of violence at home. Domestic violence is a real problem in our homes. We also have a lot of sexual exploitation of our children at home by their own family members. And we often brush it under the rug and turn a blind eye to it.
She was addressing a Safe Schools Awards ceremony in Manchester on Tuesday, where schools and students were commended for their participation in football and cheerleading competitions aimed at helping to reduce the incidence of bullying and other safety issues in schools. A certification program is also being used as a means of getting schools compliant with established security and safety standards, but Mr. Troop and Dr. Morris-Dixon lament that these initiatives are being undermined by viral videos of school fights and other incidents of violence among students.
The survey also said that bullying was higher at the primary level, 1.2% higher than even our high schools. That's why we had the anti-bullying football and cheerleading competition. We wanted to have that conversation with our schools, the intervention with the schools at the primary level. Because when you are a victim of bullying, then you grow to become the perpetuator of the act itself.
Krista Campbell, TVJ News.